So guys, Errol Spence in an interview with Behind the Gloves, I think it was, actually mentioned that he believes that, you know, Terence Crawford will knock Amir Khan out. And I was quite surprised because, you know, Terence Crawford, I mean, Errol Spence recently said that a lot of these fighters change their mind very quickly. Recently said that Amir Khan will be a very dangerous fight for Terence Crawford, and he doesn't want him to take that fight because he feels that, you know, it could risk their fight. There was something like that online, and in a recent interview he said that he goes, I think Crawford will knock him out. Amir Khan had a horrible fight with Vargas. Vargas dropped him and he went 12 rounds with him, and he goes, me and Danny Garcia stopped Sammy Vargas, and he goes, I believe Terence Crawford is way more skilled than Sammy Vargas. So I think, you know what, I think a lot of people are reading into that Vargas fight a bit too much, and I might do a separate video about that, you know, in more depth. But I think too many people are reading too much into that fight. I think Amir Khan didn't have his best night. He didn't perform that good, but I don't think you can keep reading into that fight too much. We just don't know. Like, a lot of people say, oh yeah, he's finished, he's not the fighter he was based on that fight. But just before that fight, right, Amir Khan knocked out Phil LaGreco in 50 seconds. Phil LaGreco went 4 rounds with Errol Spence and went 10 rounds with Sean Porter. So on that assumption, are we going to say that Amir Khan beats Errol Spence because Phil LaGreco went, you know, 4 rounds with him and went 50 seconds with Khan? You can't judge fights like that. Just because Khan didn't look so good against Vargas, that doesn't mean he's not going to look good against Crawford. You know, stop looking at his last fight. You know, stop looking at his last fight, because Amir Khan might have not fought Vargas and fought Phil LaGreco. What were people going to say? That Khan's going into a fight, knock out Phil LaGreco in 50 seconds, and does that mean he beats Terence? Do you know what I mean? I think people are looking into that last fight a bit too much. I don't think people should look into that last fight so much. It was just a bad performance. It wasn't a great performance. It was, you know, it was a guy who was expected to beat. I don't know how hard he trained for the fight. He obviously at the weigh-in didn't look great. He looked quite chubby. He admitted afterwards that he hadn't done the appropriate strength and conditioning for the fight. So he's not going to come like that against Terence Crawford. He's going to be well prepared like he was with Canelo. Because if you look at the way he fought against Canelo, he was on point. Canelo was just too big and Canelo took him out. But Amir Khan against Canelo came on point, and he was performing on point as well. It was probably his best performance up until the knockout. So disciplined, everything perfect. But Canelo's a great fighter. He's going to find a way as well. Now, in the Crawford fight, Khan's going to be on his A game. He's going to come 100%. So I don't know why people are looking into, you know, little things too much. I think people are looking into, oh, well, Khan didn't look great against Sammy Vargas. That means, you know, Crawford's going to spark him. Boxing doesn't work like that. You know, Amir Khan's going to come a lot more prepared. He's going to come in a lot better shape than he was against Vargas. And you're going to see a much better performance. You know, whether that performance is going to be good enough to beat Crawford, that we'll have to wait and see. But don't look at the last fight and think just because of his last fight, you think Amir Khan is finished. Like I said, it was Sammy Vargas. I don't think Khan did. That wasn't the best Khan, right? Even if Khan's not the fighter he was, which I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen against Crawford. Amir Khan's gonna be razor sharp against Crawford. It's gonna be a completely different fight. So I just think people need to leave the Vargas fight and stop looking at, oh, he got knocked down by Vargas, right? Then that means you know, Crawford's gonna annihilate him. It doesn't work like that. Boxing doesn't work like that. You know, if it did, then, you know, we don't need matchups then. You know, like I just told you, most people will pick Errol Spence to beat Amir Khan, but Phil LaGreco is somebody that Amir Khan knocked out in 50 seconds. It took Errol Spence 4 rounds to get rid of him. So that's what I'm trying to say. Are we going to base on that performance that Khan would beat Errol Spence because he took LaGreco? And remember, LaGreco only had 2 weeks training for that fight against Spence. He had a full training camp against Amir Khan. So you can't judge. And Phil LaGreco said himself, he feels if Spence and Khan fought, he thought Khan would beat Spence. So don't judge a fight like that. Don't judge a fight like that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But don't judge fights like that. You know, or just because he beat him or he stopped him first, doesn't mean anything. I just think that Crawford Khan's going to be an exceptional fight, a fight that we're all going to love and watch. But leave your thoughts, guys. What do you make of all this Sammy Vargas? Oh, he got knocked down to Vargas. That means he's going to get knocked down to Crawford. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think it really matters that much that he got knocked down to Vargas? And does that mean that Crawford's going to annihilate him because he got knocked down to Vargas? I don't see it that way. But leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.